Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. So today I figured I've gotten a few new things over the weekend, so I figured I would just show you that real quick. So it's kind of like a mini haul. And then I actually have some work-related things to go do later. Hopefully I will be working soon. I'm in the process of getting a job, so I have like interviews and stuff to go to. Anyway, I figured I would do a Valentine's inspired makeup look for you guys. Pretty much like a get ready with me, and I figured I would tell you like, you know, a story time type thing while I'm doing that. But I did want to show you some of the things I got over the weekend, but it's not enough for like a whole video, so I figured I would just throw a like mini haul into this get ready with me. So let's go ahead and jump into it and show you what I got. So first thing that I recently got, and I will actually be using for the first time later in the get ready with me part, is I actually just got the Maybelline Fit Me foundation. Shine Free Balance Foundation for combination skin. So I've heard this is really good for a like a drugstore brand, pretty much. I got this at Target. I don't remember how much this was, but like I said, I got it at Target, so you know, it's obviously cheaper than your more high-end stuff. It is in the shade Ivory, which is 115, and I will show you kind of what it looks like. So that's just what it looks like. If I can kind of put it on my hand here. Yeah. Hopefully this matches me pretty well, which it looks like on my hand it pretty much does. But we will see when I actually put it on my face later in the video. So I do have that to try out. I'm pretty excited to see if it's as good as people have been saying. So yeah. So the next thing I got, this is also makeup related. So I actually just got this beauty blender, or this sponge. I've never used a beauty blender before. I've always just used my brushes, and I'll show you the brushes I typically use for my foundation. So I use this one just to like kind of dab it on, and then I've used this one just to like, you know, blend it. So those are the two that I typically use. So I'm very curious to see if the beauty blender works better. And it does come with this little holder thing. But yeah, very excited to try those out. So next thing I got over the weekend is some jewelry. So I got these. These are just some hoops. They're like a rose, if you can, I don't know if you can see it. They're like a rose gold kind of color. Which I've always been a silver fan. All my jewelry has always been like silver. But recently I've really started loving the rose gold. But I just picked these up at Walmart, and they were $288. So not a bad price. They are the Time and True brand at Walmart. I've really been loving everything from that brand lately. They have everything from clothes, shoes, jewelry, purses, like everything, accessories, hats, everything. I've really been loving that brand. And it's pretty affordable. But yeah, I just picked these up. I really needed some more hoops. I did have some just plain hoops, but I think I lost them. I don't know what I did with them. I can't find them. And so I figured I would just grab me some hoops, and I saw these, and they were like this rose gold color, and I had to have them. Plus, they go really well with the necklace I had picked out. So I figured they would match perfectly. So this necklace is also a like rose gold color, and it's just kind of got these little things on it. I don't know what you call this. This is also the Time and True brand at Walmart for, again, $288, so not bad. And I actually really like this necklace. Torrid has a necklace that is pretty similar to this. I'm not sure how much the one at Torrid is. I think it was like at least $11, or I don't know, something like that. You know, with Torrid, they're amazing, but they're also pretty pricey. So, if you are familiar with Justine K on YouTube, here on YouTube, she has a channel here on YouTube, and she recently did a Torrid haul with shoes and accessories, and she actually showed that necklace from Torrid that's very similar to this one. I think hers, the one she got from Torrid, is like a layered one, and hers was silver, which I really liked it. And so when I saw this one at Walmart for like $2, I definitely could not pass it up. But this is pretty much what it looks like. It is the Time and True brand. It is long enough for people with a wider neck. So I've already tried it on and everything. But yeah, so that's the jewelry I got. And then the last thing I got over the weekend is, so Valentine's Day is coming up, and I got this top. It's just a red top, and then pretty much, if you can see, like all down the sleeves, it has these little like studded detail on it. And it's like a goldish looking color stud, or whatever, these little rhinestones, I guess. But it's all down the sleeve and up at the shoulder here. And then the rest of the top, all right here, is just plain. And it's, of course, red. So I thought this would be really cute for Valentine's Day. It's in a 22-24. it just says a plus sportswear in the size 22-24. It was originally $42, and it was on clearance for $5.99 at Cato, by the way, if I didn't mention where I got it. This is from Cato. And again, this was on clearance for $5. So, yeah, I thought this was a great top for Valentine's Day. So that's pretty much all I have to show you for the mini haul. So that's pretty much all I have to show you for the mini haul portion of the video. So if you're interested in the get ready with me part of the video, and I will be telling like a story while I'm doing my makeup, then stick around for that. So this is the top. I'm wearing a sports bra, so please ignore my strap up there. But I figured I would try on the top. So it does fit really well. It's a bit oversized a little maybe, or maybe I should have sized down because it is a little bigger than I thought it would be. But that's okay, because I can wear it with leggings or with jeans or whatever, and it'll be super cute for a casual Valentine's Day look, or pretty much all throughout the year. So yeah, it is definitely really cute. Again, it is a little bigger than I thought, but again, I can wear it with leggings or whatever. Again, I do have on a sports bra instead of a regular bra, so just ignore that. But yeah, it fits pretty good. The sleeves are a little bit long on me, but like I'm okay with it. I'm not, which I can roll it up just a little. But yeah, it fits pretty well. If I can back up. But yeah, it is a little longer than I thought it would be. But again, I can wear it with leggings. So yeah. So, now I'm going to be doing my makeup, which is the get ready with me part of the video, and telling a story. So I figured, with Valentine's Day coming up, I would tell you, while I'm doing my makeup, I would tell you how I met my husband. So I actually have been debating about doing this for a while now. I was a little nervous to be sharing this story. Not that it's a bad story, but it's definitely a little personal, and things like that. So anyways, I figured I would tell you that story while I'm just doing my makeup. So let's go ahead and get started. And if you can't tell, I am actually in my bathroom filming, so, anyways. So I think I'm going to start with my brows. So, yeah. So I'm just going to start by taking this, and kind of outlining the brow. Okay. So now I'm just going to take my brow brush with my Perfect Brows powder. It has 3 like different shades in there. I use the middle one. And then now I'm just going to kind of go over it. Just to kind of fill them in a little bit. So that's kind of where we're at so far. And then I do kind of clean them up with my concealer. I use the Maybelline Superstay Better Skin Concealer and Corrector. And this is what it looks like. And it is in the shade Ivory or 10. So now I'm just going to kind of take the concealer and clean up the edges a little bit. And normally I use a brush for this, but I think I'm actually going to use this beauty blender today to kind of blend this. So, I actually met my husband in 2015. And so to really understand, you have to have a little bit of the backstory. So I have to take you all the way back to high school. So, in high school, is where I met one of my best friends. I met one of my best friends. I'm wanting to say we met my freshman year, but we weren't really close until probably my senior year of high school. So that same year, senior year of high school, when me and her got really close, I also met my husband's cousin, and kind of became friends with him because he hung out with my best friend and even my boyfriend at the time. So anyway, my best friend and him actually dated, were dating, like, pretty much on and off, all throughout from high school all the way up until, a couple of years ago. So, anyways, so, I did know my husband's cousin pretty well. Obviously my best friend dated him for years, and all of that. There's actually one time where my best friend and my husband's cousin, which was her significant other at the time, they actually took me up to my husband's hometown, and pretty much there I met a lot of the family. So one of the people I ended up meeting at that time was my father-in-law. So it's kind of a different situation, but I actually met my father-in-law before I met my husband. I think my husband was living in Tennessee or Alabama at the time, which is the reason why I didn't meet him until a few years ago. So anyways, friends with, because of my best friend, friends with her boyfriend at the time, which is now one of my in-laws. I met a lot of the family beforehand, all that. So pretty much, skip ahead a little bit. My husband ended up moving back to Georgia from Tennessee and whatnot, and moved back down here to Georgia. If you didn't know, that's where we live, is Georgia. So anyways, he moved back from Tennessee to Georgia, and he was dating or with somebody at the time. Well, then 2015, I had been single for a while after getting out of a very bad relationship, and all that, which that's a story for a different time. But yeah, 2015, I had been single for a while, and he had just broken up with the person he was with. Well, my best friend and my husband's cousin, they were still together at the time. Pretty much, she was on Facebook one night, and my husband had walked into the room and saw a picture of me and was like, had asked her, you know, who's that? So she told him. And so, long story short, I'm pretty much on Facebook, and I'm kind of just playing around, minding my own business, and I get a message from her, you know, and of course I kind of already knew who he was, who my husband was. I had been kind of told stories about him growing up with, obviously, my friend's, you know, boyfriend and stuff, because I was friends with my husband's cousin as well. So I'd heard stories and stuff. So I kind of already knew who he was, but I had never, like, talked to him or met him or anything. So anyways, I get a message from her asking if he can message me. And I was like, sure. So, pretty much 2015, this is January of 2015, we started talking through Facebook, and it did not take us very long. It did not take us very long at all to start calling each other and texting. So I gave him my number pretty much like the next day. And we ended up talking from January till March. And we would spend like pretty much hours on the phone. Like, we would get on the phone at like 10 o'clock at night, and we would stay on the phone until 5 in the morning. So we definitely clicked right away. It was definitely one of those instant connections. So pretty much we would talk for hours. It was definitely one of those instant connections. And then finally in March, So neither me or my husband had a car at the time. So, my best friend, came and got me, and, I pretty much came and stayed at the time my husband was living with his grandmother, and his cousin is a truck driver. So, he was in from off the road, and at the time my best friend, stayed out on the road with him. So when they came back and off the road, she came and picked me up, and pretty much I ended up coming to stay at his grandmother's house to kind of meet him and everything. So technically, me and my husband, we never had a first actual date. I just came and stayed with him for like a weekend or whatever. Because again, at the time, neither of us had a car, and at the time he was living like 2 hours away from where I live. So, it being like a 2-hour drive, obviously you can't just like, you know, come get me and then like take me home later. No. So, with that being said, I did stay like the whole weekend, and that was kind of how we met in person. And we kind of agreed to start dating at that point. And then, yeah, every time my husband's cousin and my best friend would come in off the road, you know, they would come in, she would come and get me, and I would go and stay for the weekend, or over the summer I stayed for like a whole week and things like that. It basically was, in a way, long distance. So the first year basically was kind of hard, being long distance and everything like that. So now I'm going to go ahead and do my foundation. So I'm just going to use the new foundation that I got, the Maybelline Fit Me. And I'm just going to, I've never used this form of foundation before either. Actually, let's see, let's use the bottom of this. There we go. Okay, so I am liking the foundation so far. I'm not sure how I'm liking the Beauty Blender. It definitely blends more than it does with a brush. So, like I was saying, it definitely blends more, but it also soaks up kind of the product, it looks like. So I don't think I'm getting as full coverage as I normally would. It could also just be this foundation though. So maybe I should try out the sponge with my foundation that I normally use. to really see how the Beauty Blender works. But it's definitely not a bad foundation or Beauty Blender. It's definitely doing its job pretty much. I don't have a whole lot of like acne or anything to cover up, just to kind of like even out my skin tone, because my cheeks are, they do get pretty red and everything. So here's what we are looking like so far with my finished brows and my foundation on. Like I said, nothing too crazy. I don't have a whole lot of acne except for this one spot right here that I will cover up with some concealer, maybe go back over it with a little more foundation and whatnot. But yeah, I pretty much just need it to pretty much even out my skin tone, because my face does get really red in certain spots, like on my cheeks and even on my nose a little bit. So yeah, so far I'm liking the foundation. It definitely did its job pretty much. So yeah. Now I'm going to use my concealer again, which again is this Maybelline Super Stay Better Skin concealer. And I think I'm going to put some on that one little spot. And then I'm going to put this under my eyes and then on my eyelids, just to kind of prime them as well. So I'm just going to take my finger to prime the tops of my lids, just to prime them. Now I'm going to take my Beauty Blender again and just blend this out under my eyes. Okay, I've got my concealer on and my eyes are primed. And then now I'm just going to blend this. Okay, so pretty much that first year we were long distance, and then the end of 2015, he ended up coming and staying with me for a while, to get to know my parents and things like that, and then December of 2015, he ended up moving down here with me. Yeah, at that point we were no longer long distance, which helped us a lot, made things a lot easier. Alright, so now I have my foundation and my concealer on and my eyes are primed. I think I'm going to start with my eyeshadow, and I'm going to be using my Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette, the Bling Boss palette, and this is what it looks like. But yeah, it definitely made things a lot easier on us, just because, again, neither of us had a car at that time, still at that point, so him moving in definitely was easier because we got to see each other, obviously, every day instead of, you know, like every month or every couple of months. So yeah, okay, sorry y'all, I had a call come in. So, back to what I was doing. So I'm just gonna take this brush. I'm not sure exactly what brand this is or anything, or what this brush is called. I just ordered these off of Amazon, like a couple of years ago. So now I'm going to start my eyeshadow, and I think I'm just going to go in with this Hush Hush color. So this one right here, it's called Hush Hush, as kind of like my base color, or so yeah, him moving down here definitely made things a lot easier. Because we were no longer long distance. So fast forward to, he had been down here for living with me for about 3 months or so. So skip forward to March of 2016, which would have been our 1 year at that point. and on our 1-year anniversary in March, he proposed. At that point, we had kind of been talking about possibility of getting married, but I figured it wouldn't happen for a while still. And then he pretty much surprised me and proposed on our 1-year anniversary. So my best friend that I've been talking about throughout this whole story, me, her, and him, we went out to lunch that day, and then we went to the mall, and me and her, we went into a store, and I was doing some shopping. I was getting a few things for St. Patrick's Day coming up. I wanted some, like, you know, fun, like, earrings and things like that to wear for St. Patrick's Day. I've always been the type to really kind of go all out with things like that, celebrating different holidays and stuff. I like to actually dress up on St. Patrick's Day. Anyways, so yeah, me and her were just pretty much doing some shopping, and he said, you know, he was like, I'm going to the bathroom and I'll be back in a little bit. So we were like, okay. Well, little did I know, he was not going to the bathroom. He was going to buy a ring. So he went to Zales and bought the ring. And he comes back to the part of the mall we were in, and my best friend, like, he called her and was like, you know, I need help. So she went and met up with him somewhere else in the mall, and I'm still in the store shopping. And you know, they both come back, and, you know, he gets a tone in his voice, and he's like, you come here now. I thought I did something. I was like, what did I do? What is going on? I thought I was about to, like, get broken up with. And so I come out of the store, and I left my stuff on the counter, and I come out of the store, and my best friend is filming and talking to me, distracting me, and he's pretty much behind me with the ring, and he's pretty much down on one knee. So finally they have me turn around, and he's down on one knee with the ring, and so I pretty much was in shock, and I couldn't even answer at first, and I was crying, and but yeah, that's pretty much how we met and how he proposed. Sadly, I'm pretty sure I've mentioned it maybe once in a video before, but sadly, my dad passed away 2 weeks later. So that was definitely hard. To this day, it's still kind of hard, and I still have my really bad days with it. So yeah, planning a wedding while going through all of that was definitely the hardest thing. But yeah, so pretty much that was March of 2016, and then we ended up getting married. So I've got the first color on my eyes. But yeah, we got engaged March of 2016, married October 14th of 2017, and now we're just happily married. And yeah, we do currently live with my mom. We are working now to try and get our own place. So yeah, hopefully everything goes well and we get our own place this year. But yeah, that's pretty much the story of how I met my husband and how he proposed and all that. So now that I've got like my base color on, I'm just gonna kind of try to keep blending this a little bit. Make sure it gets nice and blended. I don't want this looking super crazy. So now with a different brush, so this is the smudge brush from e.l.f. This is what it looks like. I'm going to use this in my crease, and I'm going to go in with let's go in with Sparks, which is this color right here, Sparks. So yeah, I'm just gonna go into my crease and on the outer part of my eye. Okay, so that's what it's looking like. It's a little crazy right now, but I will go in and blend everything so that it doesn't look crazy. I think I'm just gonna use this same brush and go in with a similar color. It's called Pizzazz, and it's this another reddish color right there, but it's got kind of like a little shimmer to it almost. So, I do have a lot of exciting videos planned out. I have a vlog coming up that you'll see. The vlog that I have coming, it'll probably be up next week, and you'll actually get to see my friend I was talking about in my story of pretty much who is the reason why I met my husband. You will get to see her in my next vlog. I have a lot of editing to do on that one. Hopefully I will be able to do that and get that up for y'all next week. So this is what we're working with so far. Again, it's looking a little crazy, but I will be blending and everything. So now with a different brush, so I'm going to be using the e.l.f. blending eye brush, or let's see. Actually, I think I'm just going to go in with one of my other little brushes for right now. It's a little bit of a thicker one. Again, just an Amazon brush. And I'm going to go in with some bling bling just on my eyelid. Guys, so my phone kind of died earlier and everything, but this is the finished product. I just wanted to show the finished product and do my outro real quick. This is the finished product. Not sure how I feel about this lip color, but you know, it works, I guess. So that'll be it for this video. We'll have a vlog coming up next week. Other than that, see you guys in the next one. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, hit the thumbs up. Also, if you're not already, also go follow my friend Justine K here on YouTube. You can also follow us both on Instagram and Twitter. Her Instagram is JustineK88. And bye guys.